what's up? We're back with the Blackpowder Allegiance run on Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. This is imMinutemanMatt. Welcome to the stream. And you know where I'm at? Yep, we are at the Dreamvale Overlook. Spin the lost holes at the wheel. Give us 50, we can spend them both. For every 25 souls, you can spin that thing. Pandemasium. Yeah, it's a decent place to get some high rarity things. However, I'm going to sell all those things. None of them I really needed. I got a stronger sniper rifle out of it, though. Those were just from the Lost Loot machine. But anyway. The boil ladder, the fixer, doesn't have spore warden. This one does. It's not the skills I want though. So that's not spore warden. That is spore warden. Guess I'm gonna sell that. I was gonna save it, but I'm gonna decide to sell that. I don't want spell damage. I want gun damage. Most of the rings are fair game. It's just not the legendaries. Legendaries, you have to have the filthy oaths, or more in this case. You can do what you want for your legions. Just the guns have to be black powder, or in case of Hyperius, all shield wards. I can't buy that, but that should be for later anyway. We're gonna do this one time. These mirrors of mystery. This is the one that will have the guns we need. Not the guns, the stuff we need. This one can also have you can also get the Aquamarine Phoenix from DLC 3.
We all want to protect those we love.
Another one. There's another Blackpowder you can get from DLCs, and that's the Merlin's Razor. I'm not going to even bother that because we're playing on the PS4. But what that gun does, it shoots a magical beam that comes back to you like a boomerang. It's also nice to get like a level up or so as well. However, and this one has one of the stages in this thing is a great place to farm the lost souls. I'll tell you about that a little bit later. But for now, we gotta get past these guys. We saw the chains. How did I not manage to blast that other one? That enemy can be ignored for now. Once he jumps down, I can shoot him down. One of those zombies just froze to death, and I just shot it. This shotgun is actually being very effective now. I basically sniped that thing with a shotgun. You say snipe with a shotgun? You can't snipe with those things. Apparently I did. Unlike the other Mirrors of Mystery, this is not linear. You can go to any place at any time. Just not the final boss of this thing. Can't really call it final boss. This is the only boss that's in this thing. However, DLC in Wonderlands basically hurt its chances. Otherwise, I would have maintained the play count that Borderlands 2 and 3 did. They had a better endgame and better DLC. I forgot to tell you, this place is where you can farm the lost souls most efficiently. But for now, we gotta go through this area. We're not farming for these things right now. If I do farm these things, it'd be off screen. Because I already got a video on that. And I don't need to show you it here. You can also use the DLC for if you didn't want Lost Souls, but wanted to make it more fun to stay in this area for like minutes or so. We got a lower third bridge. These chests right here, they also contain lost souls. We only get one per lost soul, but on Chaos 100 you get 5. Lower fourth bridge, which is the last one. Why don't you go away, Goblin Tinkerer? Oh, the secondary objective is doing melee, huh? That's just get extra loot. Not necessarily have to do it. popping these goblins like they are nothing. They are basically all paper. It's real easy to get distracted in the stage just because. That melee secondary objective, you can easily do that in the stage because you can get rid of these bar forms. I'm gonna stop there. I'm not gonna even bother to get that bonus. Yeah, we got some money. This is the only where it's a mystery that there's multiple quests for each of these 4 areas. Pungent Crimish Mint, Slammer Central. Yeah, first one I went to is the minecart level. This is the different area. There's this one. There's the outside area. There's the forge area. Why they call it this Slammer Central is these things that try to crush you. Well, I just toast that cult leader. There's one more of these switches that turn on the turrets. Obviously, they point those on the map. Now we've got that thing on top that we gotta get to. Guess what? Unfortunately, you can't get at that from here. Sometimes it's kind of tricky to actually find. I can actually go here though, and there's that chest. It's random with a chest star, but it's usually in the similar locations. They cannot, chests can't spawn in the middle of the room, or in the middle of any paths. Yeah, if I did decide objective on each one, it's actually more stuff. Those are no longer slamming because we disabled those. Of course, Fodor is talking. I want you away from this place. This one's the outdoor one. Yep, see? Outdoors. This one we gotta blast off these crystals. There's 5 groups of them, and they all have 3. These wyvern dervishes like to smack into ya. Well, that one is toast. There's 2 more of these groups of crystals. Destroy quartz crystals to release them bound energy. Goodbye, quartz. Now we can enter the portal. There it is. It's the portal. And we got one more of these things to go. It's the one with the forge. Now, this is the last one. We avoid these things. And we watch this chain melt off. Stand on this long enough, the chain melts, or basically it disappears. We should choose the mechanical mushroom, medicinal mushroom, because the mushroom can get us back up if we go down. Especially useful when there's nothing we can kill. So it'll save us some money in that case. These respawn faster than they really need to. So dumb. I don't like getting knocked off this button. Trying to knock me off the pressure plate. It doesn't help when the spawn's so close to me. And from behind. Well, anyway, that thing is complete. Get rid of this mountain troll, thank you. Those other enemies do not matter. Well, they weren't as aggressive in that one, thank goodness. That thing just got murdered by those smaller meteors. Oh yeah, one shot of that thing. Nice. I don't know why some of these love to leave an elemental puddle. Especially since elemental puddles are so annoying. That case cannot be more obvious with the nasty spill. At least the magma breach, that can only spawn if you're just standing still in the counter. And of course we gotta kill a badass. This one is the badass. Now we just got file door to go to. Into Firedore's secret lair. Obviously, he will not be happy to see me. Yeah, be prepared for a fight. I do not like to fight. If it were how this site was designed, I'd like this mystery a little bit better. At least this one is nice for getting lost souls. And lots of souls. And you can keep grabbing them from that minecart stage. This phase isn't so bad though. It's when they start shooting the fire when it gets ugly. And as you can see, Mushroom Companion can't even target those. That's so dumb. Why, Gearbox? Why can't... companions target those things. Think we got all of them, and want to keep that gun show around. Where are you hiding, file door? This is only the first stage of file door. At least the side's open. I don't have to go through that all that stuff. I don't want that gun show in the way. No way. Got rid of that soul cell, but there's more. Yeah, file door goes down again. Avoid all that chaos. We just go through this left area. And of course this fight is even worse still. This isn't quite the part where the flames come. Those flames are stupid, too. If you get into those flames, you're gonna get health gated. Doesn't matter which level it is. Which level you are, how much health you has, which chaos level it is gonna health gate you. And if you have a deathless man out, you're going down instantly. Not damage, you want to take it all. And we don't have the mushroom companion now. Not for like 18 more seconds. Use a more accurate weapon for these. Should you be using this all along on the soul cells? I don't want to go near the flamethrowers. Yeah, definitely avoid those. $5 should be dumping down again. This time he's gonna be toast. Yep, he is toast. And that ain't a DLC item. Chaos grows. I can only do 3 spins of those. Most of that DLC just takes like 10 minutes, but it's the boss fight that doubles the time spent in it. Where the other Mirrors of Mystery bosses, you can take those down relatively quickly. Don't keep the junk. Not one of those for gun damage. Cascading Magic Barrage. Lowering Elemental Blast, that is will summon Hydra. 3-headed Hydra, that's the flaming spell. I'm gonna sell the green. Keep the Arcing Sunder, whatever. And there's that. We're going to the Wheat Wild. Blah blah blah, and that down there. A lot of stats to compare. That's want a general idea how good a gun item is. Check the item score. I don't check the item score because most likely the item score. Yeah, the higher item score, the more parts the gun has. And each part gives different stats. Ideally, if you go into a weapon, you want damage or fire rate or critical damage. And other stuff, not as important. Except for maybe mag size on a Ferrier. On a Ferrier, that is meant to be used as a grenade, not a companion. On the companion ones, you don't want the mag size. $667 on that shield. Which means a lot more durability. Find the light. I'm probably most likely just gonna do the find bard and this stuff. The side quest I can just do later if I wanted to. Or if I needed level ups. We don't want that one, we want the Fine Bard. Tie Bard with a vengeance. Those exploded shrooms did not even stand a chance. They take so much extra damage compared to other enemies. It's the old Torg. Get an awesome scene with him later. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna spoil the thing for you right now. We go talk to Torg. Torg, it's all about the explosions. He wants the extra boom boom. If you wanted the extra boom boom, why didn't you make the yellow cake and COB had to make that thing? Or you like that big boom on the prompt critical. Where are the bad guys? You gotta spawn faster. You want to get me, don't you? Then come at me faster. Do. Here comes the foreign guards. Skeletons here. Get destroyed. 39 damage to that mushroom companion. Wow. You can do much better than that. But again, you don't. Because you suck. Slay foes, spells. Yeah. As the spell ones, slay the foes when aiming down the scopes of the gun. There's one last badass, and I'm gonna get rid of it. Level 15, and we can get enchantments. No. They come into play during the end game. Especially when you can't change the enchantments this early in the game. Get rid of this stupid crystal. Follow the Torg again. Another quest. I'm not gonna do it right now. It gives you a melee weapon, not a Blackpowder. One of the major side quests do give a Blackpowder. It's a sniper rifle. And there's also one that gives you Masher. That's later in the game. Yeah, it's the one they nerfed because they felt like nerfing it for whatever reason. Because the other Mashers didn't get nerfed, but that one did. I'll strip these guys bone from bone. You annoying skeletons here. You teleport away from me. I'm gonna just pop back up alive and get you. Even if you do down me, I'm gonna just destroy you anyway. And yeah, there's more of these bad guys. Point blank barrage. It's more like shoot them all at once in the barrage. But they still call it the barrage action skill. Man, these things are just freezing right up. Maybe there was a barrel that froze them, and that's why they got turned into popsicles. Get rid of this Archmage of Corruption. He did not last long at all. Say goodbye, goodnight to that thorn. That was just a thorn in my side. I can follow talk. I can just go ahead of him and just run for this.